Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's All Play on Scoots 42 server. This is Scoots 42. Welcome back to the show. I wanted to let you guys know that I did figure out a little bit of stuff about this compressor. I went ahead and crafted another one. This time I put a transformer upgrade in there, and let's see if I can possibly remove this little piece of andesite. And you can see from over here, hopefully, that is a piece of insulated copper cable. It seems to be working. So I'm not really going to mess with that setup a whole lot more. But I did want you guys to know that I did manage to get it working somewhat. Now there is one other thing I'd like to try to craft really quickly, if it is a thing, and I think it is. Let's see what I'll need for this. I'll need a note block and some wool. Let's see what we need for that. I should be able to make that. Wither Boss, Ender Dragon. And so hopefully that will be what we need. Ooh. That might be interesting too. What is this? Orange, some kind of orange dye and a bone block. I wonder if I have enough stuff for that. Not really. Man, this is... How much will that get me? Just one? Let's see if I can crush this and maybe get... Let's try it over here. I have not been having the best luck with the... You're going to crush? Yeah, you are. Not been having the best luck with the actually additions crusher. It basically keeps powdering my stuff instead of giving me what I would get out of the crafting table if I did it. I have discovered that, yeah, there we go. So we should have a couple of things here, hopefully. I'm going to go ahead and crush that other one. Hopefully here, we'll be able to get this little guy crafted up. Because, you know, a lot of this stuff is really super loud. So let's see if this does anything. I've never used these before. Soundproofing. I don't know that it's going to help, but we'll find out here really quick. Because these machines, yeah, that did almost nothing. Almost nothing. Let's see, where did my... Probably didn't make it. Could have sworn I just made a sound muffler. Maybe I didn't actually make it yet. Didn't actually make it. So let's try the sound muffler. It's the loudest machine over here. Let's see here. Let's try it right there. Seems to be this guy. And yeah, that's not really doing much. And that is a shame. I wonder if it's got a sound. Sorry for the noise here. It's pulling overclocker, transformer, energy, ejector. It doesn't really look like there is a way to muffle that sound. But I am wondering if it possibly muffled any of that sound. That mechanism does have... Let's get a couple of these blocks here. The way this... I don't know if I've shown you guys how this works either. This metallurgic infuser. Basically, I'm going to take some redstone. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, that does almost nothing. So let's see. really quick if we can find, maybe quicker to do an at mechanism. Here we go. I know there's a sound muffler in here somewhere. Energy upgrade, filter upgrade. Oh, there we go. Muffling upgrade. And that actually looks doable. We're going to need to make some steel. So let's see if we can't get that going. And I also managed to craft some of these advanced storage remotes. And I'll show you how to do those a little bit later. That's what I've been using here to access our simple storage network. We're going to need some of this pulverized coal. And some iron, of course. Hopefully that'll get us some steel. We'll need to grind this up. Hopefully one of my pulverizers or the crusher will be able to get it. Man, that is noisy. But the good news is we have a lot of the infrastructure in place now. Wanted to see the builder block is a thing in this, so let's see how hard it's going to be to get that stuff. Definitely having some ore dictionary issues. We should have a little lapis left. I used most of it, getting luck 3 put on my hammer. And I'll show you guys how I solved our storage problems, or at least I don't want to say it's a temporary fix, because it should get us through for quite a while. What is that thing? Structure builder. That might be fun to get into. Let's see. Hopefully we've got the stuff to build that. We sure do. And if I remember right, we're going to need a shape card. See if we can get one of those. Most likely. That's alright. Let's see if I can make some paper here. You should have some rice in there. May need a fair amount of it. So let's see. We needed a shape card. And I think I'm going to try to go for one of the quarry cards. Normally I do a void. But there are some pretty good ores here, so I'm going to need a clearing quarry first. Shape card quarry. Oh, here we go. Shape card quarry. And what were you missing, sir? That's interesting. I wonder how much that is. Oh my. Dimensional shards. Clearing for... Wow. Let's just stick with the regular stuff here. Oh, we're going to need some diamond instruments here. Let's get that. And let's get one of these. Put those in here. And hopefully that'll get us our shape card. Yay! And of course we will need a lever. I have discovered if I just want one item out of here, by the way, I can hold down the control key, and if I left click, it picks up the whole thing, but if I right click, it'll just take out one item. So I've actually found that to be pretty useful. I can put some of this stuff up. Now the real fun thing is going to be where exactly put this. Let's see what we've got going over here. That's done. Geez, these are loud machines. So I'm going to need this pretty close to my power. Let's see if we can reload our chunks here. Well, not much better. Basically, I'm going to need a basement. So I'm thinking maybe right here is going to be a good place for the builder. See, that is filling up with power. And I think we've got the power to do this. I'm pretty sure we do. Holy crap, that is loud. Let's get that on there. And I honestly think the smart thing to do would be, let's take some of these blaze rods. Let's go ahead and get those in here where they belong. There we go. I think the smart thing is going to be to make another ender chest. So hopefully we should be able to make one of those without much of an issue. Yay. And we're going to need to be a little careful when we do this. And I did, I thought about, the best way to go about doing this, how do I want to do it? And I think mainly because I've already got some stuff going on down here, which I'll be able to show you here shortly. Let's see, we're going to need to fix some of this up as well. Just a little bit, because I've got that hole right there. That shouldn't take too long, though. There you go. And let's see, okay, so my floor, between my floor and my ceiling, if you guys, have been watching my other series, I like to have 3 blocks. Basically, this block space here is normally I reserve for running wires. I want a floor above, to help conceal it, and I'd like a ceiling underneath of the wires down in the basement area for concealment as well. It's generally how I go about doing things. So let's see, that'd be 1, 2, 3, so 1, and I lose track of this math all the time. Let's see, that's going. I think I want to go down a total of 9 is what I usually end up doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So now that should give me 5 blocks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which it looks like it did just fine. I may even end up with a larger basement than I intended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that might not be a bad way to go. So basically, what we're going to do, let's kick on my little glove here. Climb back out of here. If I was a smart man, I would have done this on the builder block before I started digging. And this is where I need to be a little careful. We're going to go ahead and do that. Oh, that hurt a little bit. I need to make myself a real shovel. So what we can do, let's see. I know how we should do this. Because basically, I want to be careful because in this area, I've got a little bit of cabling going on. Not a whole lot, but the builder will clear this out if I'm not careful. And this is basically, while I'm down here, I can show you guys, this is how I had to eventually fix everything. The simple storage network is fairly intelligent. So what I did, that's our controller up there above this trim. I made us some trim, and I've got a controller slave down here, just so I have enough room to access everything the way I'm going to want to access it. These are the storage link cables. Let's eat just a little bit. You can get our there we go. Running low on health. And then I've got a bunch of these storage crates now. So basically the way this is going to work is if I have already assigned a drawer to an item, when I deposit it using, say, any of these terminals, I can use the advanced storage remote, or I can use the actual storage device. This thing, I forget what they call it exactly. Where to go? This guy. The request table. It will, if it's already in a drawer, it will try to put it in the drawer first. If it is not in the drawer, or if the drawer is empty, like say these Eye of Enders here, if I were to put an Eye of Ender in here, it's going to go in one of the chests. But if I have at least one in that drawer, then it will try to put those things, it will try to match stuff up, basically. So, with all that being said, let's go about it this way. We've already, let's see, so I'm going to want to do one of these guys. That's a 1, 2, 3. Let's do it like this. And I am going to, let's see here, that's 1, 2, 3. Let's try it with this guy here. Let's say that you are the first corner. And then I will say that over here, and this is where it gets kind of tricky remembering everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think if I collect that, it should, hopefully, if I did this right, clear it out to this level down here. And honestly, I went down an extra level. No big deal. Basically, and let's so is there a way to, yes, there we go, preview mode. No, maybe, yeah, there we go. Now I gotta look. So basically I just wanted to make sure, and it does in fact look like it. It looks as if we are not going to damage any of our equipment down there. So let's go ahead and pop this on. We should have more than enough power. It's always so cool hearing that happen. I basically don't want to waste anything. Let's turn this off. See how we're doing on power. That is using quite a bit of power. And I have no idea where this actually is mining. But it should be mining out underneath of us here somewhere. Looks like it might be down there. It's hard to tell. But while that is working, so I'm trying to think. I'm thinking right over here is probably where I'll put my elevator. Oops. Well, I guess maybe we should turn that back on for just a minute. Don't have flight yet. Working on it, though. I did craft a couple of golden lassos, and I did manage to catch a bat or two here and there. Just kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. Now, I did discover that unlike the refined storage system, I actually am able to craft the golden lasso in the refined storage, or at least I was able to do it in the what do you call it, remote here. I did also notice that if I had experience, normally it takes 8 experience levels to craft a golden lasso, and it mentions that in the recipe. However, it did not charge me any XP. It took what I had, and then I had none, and I was still able to craft them, which I thought was kind of crazy. So that's nice. We're getting a bunch of stuff here, which I'm really happy about. Really, really happy. And normally I just kind of void that stuff out. So I think we're getting low on power here, and I'm definitely starting to hurt. I don't know if you can see my frames per second up there. I am at 2. See how the well, we've still got some power. You know, this guy's doing. He is also hurting for power, so let's take a little break from doing the builder. And hopefully reloading our chunks will help. Jeez. You know, I really wish I knew why it likes to do this. See if I can. Oh, there we go. This is another classic example of why you know, I don't always get on people for cheating. For some reason in this pack, and this is the first time I've really noticed it, the rain really does cause the lag. I've heard of that in the past. It may not have been our builder at all that was doing that. Let's turn off the preview mode also. What is that? Oh, I see. That's nice. See if it's managed to clear anything out down there. It's kind of hard to tell. What about over here? Anything? Again, hard to tell. See if I can get in there. This thing is just having a rough time. Well, let's work on getting an elevator crafted. Now we're going to want one of these. Let's go ahead and make a few of the machine frames if we can. That'll probably be good for now. Let's get our elevator. And I'm going to want at least 2 of those. And we'll need at least 2 of these. Now that's the real question, is I don't know that we have any of that stuff. And I don't think I've got any buttons either. I might have a few, but probably not enough to make those. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, the black dye is going to be the problem. So let's see. I might have some stuff to make black dye. What is this? Let's see. And mystical black flowers. Can any of this be used to make black dye, though? Make petals. Doesn't really look like it. So let's see what we can do about getting some black dye. Black lotus, which I do have some. And let's go ahead and get these in the pulverizer. No? Well, this is I'm going to take a chance on the crusher here, because it isn't actually additions. No? Alright. Well, we'll just kind of do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. Hopefully it'll give us enough. There we go. We're going to need at least 2. And then we will need some screens. Which are going to need a machine base, which we should be able to do with no problem. Now, glass might be the problem. I don't think I have any. I think that's a goose egg up there. So let's see about this maybe. And let's go ahead, if I'm right on this, that should turn that directly into sand. For some reason, I'm used to it. I think that's the output there. Go ahead and disable that side. I'm used to it crushing this stuff into gravel, but I believe it's going to go straight to sand. So we'll see here. Looks like it. And I'm pretty sure we should be getting some glass cooked up now. Yes, excellent. Well, that is cooking up. Now let's go ahead and thinking. See about putting the elevator right in here. We'll call that main floor. Not quite ready to jump down there yet. So let's go ahead and get those. Yes, both set to that. And let's see what else we're going to need here. We're going to need a screen controller, of course. Shouldn't be terrible. I don't think I've got the glass for that either, so it looks like we're going to have to wait on the glass here for just a minute. You know what I can do while we're waiting? Raw marble. Excellent. Where is my... wrong thing, sir. Here we go. There it is. There's the chisel. I think I'm going to have a little bit of fun here. And let's go with... there they are. The regular marble bricks. Let's go check on our glass here real quick. Hopefully we got enough to do something. Always something. Let's see. Let's get some of this stuff put away while we're waiting. that hopefully is enough for a screen. Or maybe we ought to do the screen controller first. There's that. It might not be a bad idea to look into the wireless RF battery stuff here. So let's see how hard that's going to be to craft. Pretty difficult, really. Yeah, that actually is going to be pretty difficult because I don't have access to the grid power at the moment. Let's see here. Let's take care of that real quick. So Chagrid built this and unfortunately did not share the grid power. I'll come out here and tidy this stuff up later. That should be plenty for now. Because basically I need to get some stone burnt going. And we've got a little bit of stone burnt in here, but not enough, I don't think. That is going to be polished stone, which needs stone bricks of some kind. Do I have any? Actually, I do believe I have some. I think they're all over here. Yep, there we go. And where did I put that resonator? I think it's over here. Yep, there we go. Well, that should get us some stone burnt cooking up. I think Chagrid was telling me he was having some kind of an issue with this, so I'm going to watch this first one and make sure that it goes through. There we go. I think I only need to get 3 of these. And while that's going, let's see about our glass. There's a little bit more. So we might be able to get one of our screens. Go right there. And we can go ahead and put you in there. And we can go ahead and get this set up. What are you doing? There we go. Alright, now that's not going to show anything until we can get this powered, which is why I am making the stone burnt here. So that was a wireless, which we should hopefully be able to craft now. Yes. And let's get you. That wasn't so hard. And then this guy. I don't think I've got anything connected under there. Oh, I do. Now that might be a problem. But is it actually connected to anything? Oh, it is. I remember now. So, let's see what we can do about it. We may just need to wait until, see how you're doing on power. You are losing power, sir. Is it this guy? thinking it's that guy. Let's see here. How are you doing? You're still pretty full. You're still pretty full. So I'm not really worried about running out of canola. So how do we want to power this? I don't really want to put it in front. I'm thinking maybe right there for now. And we'll get an energy laser. Is that what it's going to come down to? Unfortunately, I think that may be what it comes down to. And I honestly don't even know if it'll work. I've never tried to power one this way before. Well, that's not going to work there. But I might be able to... Yeah, sure we can. I don't think it was designed to work that way, but I'll take it. And you are getting power. Right. So now, let's see. I'd like to have my screen down here. So let's see if we've got enough glass to make our last screen. Oh, it's going to be so close. So close. We do get gravel as an offshoot here. And we got a little bit of steel, which is cool. We're going to need that later. Let's do a couple more pieces here just to be on the safe side. I think I'm going to be one piece short. But let's try it anyway. Like a screen. Yep, one piece short. So hopefully that won't take too long. Taking forever. Of course it is. Alright, well hopefully that part won't take too long at least. There we go. So now hopefully we just pop in this last piece of glass and get our last screen. Sweet. And let's eat a little bit, because I am just going to jump down there and it's probably going to hurt a little bit. Now let's make sure we're fully... Oh, there we go. So what I'm going to do here is a little something like this. Pretty sure we're also going to need to do this. So let's put that there. And get that out of the way now. Screen controller and elevator. So we want the elevator here. Maybe I'm not as crazy as I looked. And let's put our screen controller here. That can go there. And set it up. Don't remember how I set it. I think I did it like that. And now hopefully we should scan. And if I did this right, that should be working. Sweet. All right. I'm going to leave that up for a while because once this power gets charged back up in here, if I leave the elevator down below, it's going to get eaten up probably by the quarrying process. So we're just going to leave that up for a while. And unfortunately, I do believe we are over on time, so it's going to be time to wrap up the episode. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I hope you had a little bit of fun today. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for stopping by today, guys, and take care.